Welcome to episode 3, I think it is, of Distant Worlds 2. We're actually playing the preview version of the game, and I'm just really just having an experiment with a group of Mortallans, some reptilians back in through here that are sort of only starting off quite small but highly developed against an empire full of very experienced or old empires that don't have very much technology. So it should be interesting. We're seeing a lot of activity around the place, different ships. We think there's a pirate base, a Tekan pirate base over here, potentially something else in here as well, and potentially something over here. I'm hoping this is an independent colony. This is how we're going to then get our resources. So let's have a bit of a look at resources now while the game is sort of playing away. If we go and click on resources, we can then sort of see that we have different sorts of things now coming through. I might just pause this actually. New escort has now been completed. I'll just let that one do its own thing for a little while. I'll dismiss that one. So with the what we find is we've got one source of fuel, which is the Caslon, which is we're mining right next to our home location, and this is we've got the one source of fuel, and it's adequate. For construction resources, we have 12 that are adequate, 1 that is low, and 3 that are critical. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. And then for the luxury, we have 3 that are adequate and 2 that are critical, that we don't really have much on with this one. Now, the way I've got things set up with this is I've got 16 resources in this particular queue. We're looking at the production shortage, so what we need for production. And also we're filtering this by fuel and construction resources in use. If I go and click that one, I can go to all resources. In that case, we've got 79 resources showing what's going on through this site. We're still doing it by production shortage, but we are now seeing other things as well that the citizens want. We've got I can then sort by fuel, by construction, resources in use. We've got 21 of these that we actually are trying to use. And but if we just go back to fuel and construction resources in use, that's 16. It just gets rid of all of the luxuries. The luxuries will tend to look after themselves to a large degree, but we can see where our issues actually are. So when we have this one where we've got 1 low and 3 critical, we can sort of see the colour change in through here. The silicon is considered to be the low one that we actually have in through this side. And you can see through here we actually have 2 known locations, but only one actual no mined locations. And similarly with polymer, we've got 2 sources and no sources. So where are they? If we click on these, it will then highlight where they are. We've got both sources of polymer are in here. Silicon, we've actually got 2 sources, but they're further afield. So this is probably where we're going to have to go for that particular silicon. That's going to be important to us, actually. We're going to need to get there. But you can see our stocks are really, really low in polymer and carbonite as well. And so carbonite, we don't even know anything. This is a real concern. Now, the way around this is to hope that this is an independent colony and that they will then start to ship carbonite to us and polymer to us. Everything else we've got, like we've got 1 source of emerald crystals, which, where are they? Emerald crystals. We're not seeing the source there. Now that may be because they're inside asteroid belt. That may be why we're not seeing that. I thought it would still show up, to be honest. I'm surprised it's not. Anyway, hexadrorum, we've got 1 source over through here. So this is a good little location for us. It's going to have a lot of other things. Cuprica we're going to be needing. We've got 4 sources there, spread out across all of these. Steel, we've got heaps of sources there, just everywhere we go is going to have steel, but we are going to need them. We've got 1 mine at the moment with steel. Mebnar is important. We've got 118 sources, 1 of which we're mining. And so the ones that we're mining will start to become good, and then over time we'll then pick up the others. Now we've got 2 sources everywhere. It's only the one that we're really concerned about now is carbonite. We need to try to find this one. So carbonite is a super strong carbon compound. It is typically used in components that require great strength and resistance to high temperatures. Carbonite is found in marshy swamp, mangrove forest, continental and carbonaceous worlds. And so this is actually, do we need this? Yeah, we do, because otherwise there would be some through there. What will probably be the case is when we do try to build ships is that they say, well, we don't have enough carbonite or polymer perhaps to sort of really do anything. Like polymer itself, various types of plastics usually produced from petroleum is typically used in electronic components. Polymer is found in ocean, marshy swamp and continental worlds. And so these are we do need to find, we've got 2 sources of polymer. So it's going to be worth trying to build. Now, do we need carbonite to build mining stations? That's the other thing. If we don't, in fact, you can see with polymer selected, I can now sort of see, okay, well, both of them are around this system. And why is there two? Radamar, hang on, that's the actual system there. It's saying that there's two. But I'm not seeing the second one. All right, well, Deep Ocean World, and it does actually have Uctium Pearl, it has Carsian Crystal and Polymer. And so if I go then to go and build, yeah, we're missing carbonite. We can't build the mining stations. So what we're going to have to do here is actually, like the ships will do it anyway, but there will be, in fact, what have we got? This is still an explorer. It's just sort of having a bit of a look around the place. There's a lot to explore in our home system. But there will be mining ships that will then start to sort of go across. In fact, this is probably one that was right here, I would guess. The Daring Dialogue. Just have a bit of a look at it. Instead of, actually, we're not seeing it. I don't know why. I've noticed this before. When I start to pause things, I lose sight of the actual, some of the ships. Anyway, this is a mining ship. It's mining Radamar 2. And will then sort of offload. So it's actually moving across to there, going to mine that and come back with polymer. So that's what will actually end up happening there. In fact, if I do click on that one, does it show the no, it doesn't show anything at this stage because it's not carrying anything, no cargo at this point in time. Okay, so anyway, that's the, so really the one that we're most concerned about now is carbonite. So we may find it over time. We are still in the early days of exploration, but we can't build anything until we get carbonite. This guy coming back, we can start to have a look and see what they're building, what they're bringing. These are all just luxuries. I think Hexadorum is not a luxury. But anyway, they're bringing a little bit of that back. And so ultimately, I mean, we're going to have to be very, very careful with what we actually have. Like, we don't want to be losing any ships at all. We have to be very even careful of repairs, because repairs could really damage what we're doing. Got these explorer ships. I may have to go and see if that is a independent back over there. How far are we doing this? How far are we going? So they are in here now and having a bit of a look. Look, I'll let them continue on. There's no rush. There's no rush with what we're doing, although, you know, I will actually watch and see if ships are coming in here. We might have a look at and see what their cargo manifest is. A couple of ships now moving across this way. Here we go. So, independent colony of Actarans encountered. We've encountered a new independent colony of Actarans in the Silanu 2, at Silanu 2 in the Silanu system. They're naturally hostile towards us. We can invade and take over the colony by landing troops, but this is probably the only way we have of actually getting these resources that we need desperately until we can find them. So we'll dismiss that, or show me, where are they? They're not super displeased with us. I think we do want to get into a position where, they've got like different trade agreements everywhere all over the place, so they're actually trading with everyone. And this is actually how we now get most of the stuff that we need, is to negotiate deals with them. So I'll dismiss that, and I'll just pause that one. Actually, here we go. Actually, mission completed. Our agent has evaded detection after successfully carrying out their mission to steal the territory map of the Harkonish Federation. So this will be... They will be miles away from us, so maybe that's not the greatest thing. Let's just end that one for a second. Mission complete. I'll just dismiss that, and we'll just pause again for a second and have a look. So, the Harkonish are way over here, and that's the independent that we just found. And so the Harkonish are centered around this particular planet, and this is all of their territory that they control. Now, the fact that their border is a bit all over the place makes it look like there is going to be... at least another empire in here somewhere, pushing the borders back. If you imagine them as sort of like a circular type thing, I'm guessing it's going to be in here somewhere, and there are potentially other ones back over this way as well. Okay, well, let's have a look at the spies. Now we've got no mission for Zatar. Now he has got a scan evasion. If we have a quick look and see what he's got in through this side. Concealment of +4 and espionage of +4. Let's go and do another one as well. We've got the Boscarans are probably the ones I'm most concerned about. The fact we saw Tekan ships as well, the Tekan Authority, maybe we'll start there because they're often a bit easier usually. Actually, the territory map at 36% isn't great. Harkonish Federation still at 100%. What about the galaxy map? 71% isn't bad to get a galaxy map from these guys. That would actually be useful. They're going to know a lot, like an awful lot. What about the others? Teekans are 16, which is no good. Harkonish Council, 56. Boscaran, 72. Is that better than the others? It is, actually. That's a bit better. And the Boscara Collective, 52. So Boscara Hive at 72 is probably our best bet. Look, I think what we'll do is we'll send Zatar back out again and take this one. See if we can find the galaxy map of the if we do the territory map, it's 100% again from them. I think we go straight to galaxy map. If we're going to get a lot more information from the galaxy map, let's just assign the mission and hope that he survives. Well, we've got 2. It's not super bad. Okay, so our money is now improving quite nicely. We can't build anything really much at all other than planetary areas. So let's just have a quick look on that one with that in mind. And we did set up on Dazrakis the like we do actually have already the Planetary Administration Centre where we get sort of like bonuses to all sorts of different things, but we don't get the resources in that we need. So having a look at that one, you can see there we've only got 3 carbonite left now, and we need a lot of it. So we're not finding any of that one. And the Emrys crystals, and we do actually have one source. Cuprica, we're aware of a lot of it, but we don't actually, we don't have a lot that we need. It's interesting there. We've almost got enough Caslon that we want on hand. That's going to be okay. Just unpause. Now, what's this one going back with? It's going back with Caslon. So, I think as soon as we start to see these things disappear away from these locations, I'll grab them and send them over here. Because I've got a feeling that's an independent. I can't build another ship. These may be pirates coming in. Again, I think I can defend what I need. Propose a gift to Silene 2. It's too far away. I'm going to decline. I need my money. They're miles and miles away. Like they're way over here. But they do have access to all the supplies. The Brisk Beggar mining ship, and it's going off to load mine Alatayev. Alatayev will be a moon around here. Yeah, silicon. It wants the silicon. So I can't even build mining stations now. So all of those constructors that I built are for nothing, basically, at this point in time. They're just floating around doing nothing. This is now looking quite healthy for when things do come good. Yeah, two combat ships. These are a different group, I think. If we have a quick look at the pirates. Yeah, different flag. So we're going to come across whatever these guys are now. If we just go to top-down view, where are they coming from? This area here, that looks to be their capital, or their base of operations. I have to try to remember that as well. Yeah, just go back to B. Now, I've got the money to, depending on who these are, I'll think about whether to attack them or not. Now we do have the escort as well, the bleak intimidator back and through here, which is just guarding one of the mining stations. It does have 103 strength, like firepower. It's still, the shields are still coming up. We've only just built this thing, but I think that, it's not bad. The heavy railgun, large railgun, is going to be good. That will rip through nearly anything. In fact, if we have a look at the railguns, we will be able to tell what they actually have. If we just hover over these, probably not really. I think, like, over time, I think that this thing would actually do okay. But what we'll do is we'll take it on. We'll take it. Do we take it out now? There's some important stuff over in here that we need to protect. Like we do actually have, this is under construction. Maybe what we'll do is we'll control right click and just go guard the Gluhaya mining station. Let's just go and do that. That way, at least while we're building things, it shouldn't do anything. And we may have to just pay them off initially if they start to attack things that are under construction, because that's going to hurt. Oh, there's 3 ships going in. We'll have a look and see what these actually are. Yeah, we'll have to pay them. Pay them off. Yeah, hang on, what are they? Unknown ships. They're not showing as combat ships anymore. Oh, it's because they're probably on the outside limit of our long-range scanners. I like this start. I like, you know, being able to sort of do things from the start, even though we now have problems with one resource. Now, when they pop in, I'll just zoom in. Yeah, so we're now seeing them. We now got visual contact on them, and so this is a challenger of Bertolossi. This is a menacing league. We don't know anything about these. That when they arrive, they'll then ask for protection money. Here they come. First contact, and these are actually these are Mortallans as well. So this particular pirate faction is one that we can deal with, and so initial communications with the Mortallans have been moderately successful. The Mortallans are open to further discussions with us, and we can then start to get things from them over time. So let's just go and dismiss that, and then we should have a message from them. Oh, we've got all sorts of things captured now. So we've got Menacing League offers us protection, so we'll accept that. That's the same thing. So I'll just do it if we don't pay twice or anything. That one goes, and saying we paid twice, but I know that we didn't. So we've got this foreign agent now from the Boscarans. So we'll go and have another look at this one. Dismiss, and this one will be a prisoner. And I think we just keep on killing them off. Like there's no real point in doing much with them. Yeah, we could start to try to pay for them, but I think we'll just execute them. We'll play aggressively. Now the Boscarans are aware of us. We're not really aware of them. So we've now paid off the pirate ships that have now come in. So they won't do anything. They'll just sort of float around. And so they do have cargo. That's interesting. Here's a frigate. They're heading back home now that they've actually got their protection money. And this is still being constructed. Actually, no, it's finished now. So now it's coming up. I probably could have actually let that one do what it was doing. There's the escort ship already arrived there as well. So it got there pretty quickly. Anyway, we'll just float around this station and protect it. That's its job now. This is an important it's an important area anyway that we sort of need to keep control of. Let's have a quick look and see if any of these scout ships are moving off just yet, which they're not. It's just interesting, the game, the way it sort of does work. So there's actually a fleet that we have to get rid of when we go after them. Eventually we will, but we don't need to do it straight away. So we're now aware of 2 pirates, the Menacing League, which we will be friendly with, and the Tikan Authority, which I think we're going to be able to find and destroy. Now, are you moving off yet? No, I'm still exploring. It's got a long time to go. 26 seconds there. I've got a navigator through there as well. If we have a quick look at the actual exploration ships, Regal Pearl. They keep on. There's just so many asteroids for them to explore, which is what they're doing. I've still got 2 in the Erd Radamar system. Yep, so they're just going to keep... I'll just let them keep on doing their job. Although I do really want to find out what's over here. You know, I might just... because off they go again. No cargo. Yeah, I think what we'll do is let's go and take one of these from the Erd Radamar system. So I'll wait for this one, Distant Treasure, to finish what it's doing. Now, its fuel is lowish, but it'll be okay. Like if we sort of zoom out, that's its fuel range, which is certainly within the limits of what we need. It's now finished. I'm just going to now right-click on this system or control right-click and just explore the unknown star. And now it's going to go to manual, and it can then just go to fully automate, but it will still have that order. So it will just go out that way, have a bit of a look and sort of see. We're not going to see anything there at this stage, but there's definitely something out there. They keep on going that way with the ships. So we can then just get rid of that one and watch what actually happens. So off she goes. No, I'm not going to do it. Decline. I can turn off those messages so that they don't keep on popping up if they get sickening. All right, what are we going to find out here? Now, we should have the long-range scanners here as well. Let's have a bit of a look. No, we don't yet. Okay, we haven't built them. This mining station is too small for that. But over time, we will be able to start to sort of get more and more vision on what's going on. And if this is independent, we're going to have to really be friendly. Get on the good side of them. Because we can't build anything without the that resource. The what was it? The carbon? What was it? We've only got 2 critical resources now. Carbonite. There we go. Polymer, we don't have any sources, but we can get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Carbonite, we now have 7 sources. Oh, because it's over here. Like if we actually go and click on carbonite. Actually, I'm not seeing it there anymore. It'll be all in here. Too far away for us. So we're now seeing a lot of things. Polymer we're still aware of in here. We can settle this one, but we can't, of course, build anything just yet. Here we go, here we go. So we've actually now got first unfortunately, the Boscarans. So that's the trouble. I'll just pause this one. Independent colony of Boscarans have been encountered. We have encountered a newly independent colony of Boscarans at Mikai in the Nispi system. The Boscara are naturally very hostile towards us. We can invade and take over the colony by landing troops, or we could attempt to colonize them by sending a colony ship, although it is unlikely to succeed due to their negative view of us. Initial communications with the Boscarans have been moderately successful. The Boscarans are open to further discussions with us. Research projects are available in our research tech tree that would increase our knowledge of the Boscara. We should research these projects to improve relations. So if we want to keep on trading with them, we'd have to sort of look at this. But if we can, I think we just have to keep on trying to look for this carbonite resource close by. That's really, really important. I'll just dismiss that, and then we'll have a quick look at the diplomacy, and we'll just go across now to independent colonies. So we've now got this group which is displeased with us, and this one is displeased with us as well. The strategy for this one is diplomacy. This one is suggesting invasion, but we need them to give us resources. So you can see they've got second defence hives. They've got a few different defence hives in through here, which is fairly high defence strength. They also have a ruin there as well. It's a planet I wouldn't mind getting hold of at some point. They have like 1 billion population, so they're not small. Let's speak with them. Offer treaties. What do they want? Yeah, actually, we've got a restricted trade agreement. Now, this should actually, as long as they keep trading with us, this should be okay. I don't think we have to do anything else. Let's just let it see what actually happens here, and we'll just monitor to see if they start to send things or not. And of course, we just want to keep on going to carbonite and just seeing if there's, actually you can see that we've now got 2,000 polymer. That's sorted itself out. We've only really got 2 criticals now, which is carbonite and what else? It's not showing up as red. It's a lot. That's a lot to give away. I'm going to decline. I just want someone to feed us this, please. As quickly as you possibly can would be ideal. In the meantime, we can just keep on. As long as we don't get into trouble with any sort of combat, we should be fine. Around the place. This one's just coming in to scan this gas giant. Now we haven't really, we've got items present. We don't know much about this one. They're saying no resources there. An ice moon there. And that's it. It's really not much there, is there? A very lonely place. Now a spy should be coming back any moment now. Might just leave this open just so we can see what's going on, or I can just go back into the capital. I can sort of go back and select previous items or new items or whatever else I want. I should have there's Dazrakis there. So we can even sort of be at this range and just see what's going on. Yeah, so carbonite is really a big problem. Looks like there must be something on one of the other locations, maybe 3 other somewhere else. Actually, we've now got 8 of 8 sources for carbonite. Yeah, we don't have control of that. Agent captured. Agent Zatar Hagra has been captured while preparing to steal the galaxy map of the Boscara Hive. Ah, damn it, this is our guy. The exposure of this mission will have diplomatic consequences. Has been imprisoned by the Boscara Hive. Now, there's nothing we can do about that, so he's now gone. We're going to need to wait for another spy, which may not come. You know, like it can take an awfully long time. But we'll see what happens. Definitely need to keep our spies around. It's a shame. Now we do actually have more information here. There's a fleet of ships over this side. So everyone else is building up around us. Who's this? Boscarans. Yeah, they've got escorts. I don't know how we're seeing that. Oh, that might have been when the spy got captured. Micah, yeah, this will be where that is. I don't think we can see that particular prisoner. No, we don't get to do anything with them. There's no interaction. Let's maybe through diplomacy. And then we'll give them money. Yep, they'll likely accept this one, so let's go and do that one. We'll go and... This is good, actually. This wasn't here very, very recently. What do you think of this deal? So, we accept your proposal. Goodbye. So we've now got our spy back, in which case, now that we know that they're right here, this is something that I think that we should pursue again, like just go straight back in and just see what exactly they do control. So we'll go back to our spies. We now have Zatar Hagra, and unfortunately he's now got this double agent aspect to him, which is not great. I think we'd probably just sort of actually, if we now go back into the Boscara Hive, yeah, we can't even, like, they're now really, really resistant to us. Boscara Collective, yeah, even worse. Yep, it's not going to happen. We'll just go and, what's the mission? We want to go and counterintelligence, assign mission. So we'll just leave him sit there for a little while. I probably shouldn't have bothered paying for him. Probably wasn't worth it. Yeah, we can settle another, there's another colony that we can settle back in through here as well. New colonies, yeah, there's a few in here. Erdradamar 3. It's not great. Anyway, we can't build anything just yet. Trade deal. Okay, so we gave, yep, that's what we just did. That's fine. Unpause. Now, is there anything else we can really look at through here? We know that there's pirates over here. That's not going to help us. We want independence. This this ship over here should finish up fairly soon. There's nothing really big that it's got to then go and look at. Ah, we got rid of him in the end. I should have just left him there. Dismiss. Due to incompetence. I mean, after getting caught, who knows? He's probably tortured. So he's gotten rid of. Anyway, guys, we are out of time yet again. So that was an interesting little storyline, I guess, with the spies. We're still trying to get hold of this carbonite. Hopefully they will trade with us at some point. They do tend to have, I don't know if we can see it on there actually. I don't think we get to see what they've actually got on board. Resource shortages. Yeah, they've got heaps of carbonite. Here we are. Well, we do have a trade agreement with them, so hopefully that will, we'll be able to go off and grab that. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next time.